Good evening, Crypt Keepers, and welcome to Cryptique, where we discuss all things paranormal, occult, UFOs, metaphysical, hidden history, forbidden archaeology, all things truther, and so much more. I've got a quick crypt talk for you on the Ojai vampire and Char Man. Go ahead and check out Cryptique on your favorite podcast platform and watch the videos on our YouTube channel at Cryptique Podcast. So, here's the tale of the Ojai vampire as it goes. Around 1890, word spread like wildfire about a mysterious vampire making its way to Ojai from either Italy or Spain. Settling into a cozy ranch, this bloodsucker kept a pretty low profile at first, but soon enough, the local livestock started turning up drained of blood, giving everybody the heebie-jeebies. Then, to make matters worse, folks started getting attacked by these creepy wolf-like creatures. Well, you can imagine the panic that ensued. The townsfolk weren't about to let some vampire ruin their peaceful community, so they banded together and stormed the ranch in broad daylight. But here's where things get interesting. Turns out, this vampire wasn't alone. He had this massive black phantom dog guarding his stone sarcophagus. And guess what? That dog had a taste for blood too. But these ranchers weren't about to let some hellhound stand in their way. Armed with silver crucifixes and holy water, they managed to fend off the beast and crack open that stone tomb. What do you think they found inside, Crypt Keepers? Yep, you guessed it. One evil vampire ready for a stake through the heart. Now, here's where things get a little bit more spooky. Legend has it that the vampire's resting place still lurks somewhere out there in Camp Comfort County Park, hidden among the brush and weeds. If you stumble upon a stone sarcophagus with a skeleton inside, best not to go poking around with wooden stakes. Who knows what might be awakened from its slumber? Now, some say this whole story might have stemmed from a real-life above-ground tomb from back in the day. It was apparently quite the custom in certain parts of Europe to bury folks like that. But hey, whether it's fact or fiction, one thing's for sure, you don't want to go messing with vampires in Ojai. A related story in the same area is that of the Char Man. In the misty hills of Ojai, California, lurks a tale so chilling it sends shivers down the spine of even the bravest of souls. The legend of the Char Man. Once a man, now a twisted specter of fire and madness, his story haunts the darkest corners of local folklore. It all began in a secluded cabin nestled among the whispering pines. A father and son, reclusive and forgotten by the townsfolk, lived in quiet solitude. But fate dealt them a cruel hand when wildfire ravaged the land, consuming their home in an inferno of flames. The father perished in the blaze, his flesh seared and soul consumed by the merciless fire. Yet from the ashes emerged his son, a wretched semblance of humanity. Charred and maimed, he clung to life against all odds, his existence a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. But survival came at a grave cost. As the flames licked his flesh, they claimed not only his physical form, but also his sanity. A mind shattered by agony and loss, he descended into madness, his thoughts consumed by unspeakable horrors. Days later, authorities stumbled upon the scene. The father, flayed and discarded like a rejected husk, hung lifeless from a nearby tree, a grim testament to the cruelty of fate. Their search for answers led them to a gruesome discovery, a figure, shrouded in darkness, lurking amidst the charred remains of the forest. With hearts pounding and hands trembling, they confronted the twisted creature, its inhuman wheezing echoing through the night. And then, with a sudden burst of movement, it bolted into the shadows, a grotesque apparition of charred flesh and tortured soul. The officers, overcome by fear and revulsion, hesitated for a moment too long, and the Charman slipped away into the depths of the wilderness, forever enshrined as the haunting specter of Ojai, California. That's all we've got for you tonight on Cryptique. Please like, subscribe, and share. Socials are in the notes. You can let us know what you think at cryptiquepodcast@gmail.com. Check out the cool stuff we're slinging at cryptiquepodcaststore.com. And if you want to keep this mic hot, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/cryptiquepi. Good evening, Crypt Keepers.